Today's segment of Oh Brother is sponsored by Seco Performance Centers, providing performance car parts across all of Alabama and the Florida Panhandle. Visit them on the web at secoperformance.com. That's SECO Performance.com.
All my brothers are so southern, they'll get up for you for nothing. Take this.
Welcome into the Tuesday edition of Oh Brother Reed. It's the week of Christmas. Yay!
It is. It is only, what is it now, 3 days from Christmas?
Something like that. Depends on when you listen to it. But yeah, if you listen to this when you're supposed to, yeah.
On Tuesday, if you're not
3
cheating, then it's only 3 days till Christmas. And we'll, we do something different every Tuesday here on Oh Brother, but no Tuesday has ever been quite as exciting as this Tuesday.
No, it really hadn't. Reed, one of the perks of this job, of doing this show, is that we have entered into some of the top social classes. I mean, as far
Upper
as
echelon.
Yeah, the people we've met, and of course we know Deanie Dean. I mean, we can go down the list.
That's
like
probably the biggest.
Yeah, Paul Feinbaum, Barbara Dooley, Daniel A. Moore. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Deanie Dean again.
Deanie Dean. But really, there are some major famous people that we have just met. We haven't had them on the show yet.
Right.
And we got somebody's phone number, Reed. And I want to go ahead. I hung out with them a time or two. It was pretty awesome.
I just found out about this last night, that you had this person's phone number. I'm very excited.
Yeah. So anyway, it's Christmas, Reed.
Who are we calling?
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
He
Surprise?
goes, surprise, surprise. Some people call him Saint Nick.
Nick Saban? Are we calling Nick Saban?
Bigger.
Oh, who?
Some people call him Santa Claus.
Whoa!
Listen, if you go out with him, Reed,
Yes.
he goes by Chris.
Chris.
Kringle.
That's his club and name.
I'm serious. He
We're
just goes by
about to
Chris.
call Santa Claus.
I'm not joking, Reed.
All right. Well, we have loaded the number. I'm pushing it right now. We're going to call Santa Claus. Here we go.
This is huge.
It is dialing. Or it's ringing.
I'm not kidding.
I've dialed. It is
I
ringing.
hope there's not a delay. It's the North Pole.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Are you going to say hello when he answers? Okay.
Yeah, I'll talk to him.
Okay.
Hello from the top of the world.
Hey, Chris, what's up, man? It's Will Lochamy. Chris?
Yes. Will, Reed, can you hear me?
Yeah, is this
Yeah.
Chris Kringle, right?
Well, gentlemen, this is Chandler Claus. I'm Chris's son.
Seriously?
And,
Wait.
can you hear me, guys?
Yeah. No offense, but we were calling. Will had this number, was supposed to be a direct line for Santa Claus. What?
Hey, guys, look, no offense taken. Look, you can probably understand the big man's got his hands full getting ready for the season, and he absolutely wanted to join you on the program today. He's kind of a fan. We actually all are here at the North Pole compound. I'm kind of Santa's right-hand man. You may not have heard about me, but my name's Chandler Claus. And, if you'll have me, Santa sort of asked me to be with you all today, as his proxy.
Well, listen, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit disappointed, but this is very exciting news, I guess, in a way. I was not even aware that Santa Claus had a son.
Yeah, I didn't know this either.
You guys, no one really knows this, and it's been a while, and I'm not Santa's natural son. There are some details, to my life story, which, for the sake of Christmas and all that means to so many people, we have to kind of keep a guarded story about our origins and things. But I've been here. I was born here, and I've been working closely with the elves and Santa and Mrs. Claus for all my life. I'm 35 now, and it's a secret. So if you can respect that, I'd love to answer as many questions about what we do up here as possible.
Okay, can you answer this? Are you then the natural son of Mrs. Claus? Because you were born up there.
No, I'm not. I was taken in by the kindly couple through circumstances that I don't remember, and I've only been aware of them now for the past 10 years, and they're kind of traumatic, and let's just say I've been blessed to been able to be a part of this family now for my
Okay,
my
well, and
whole
we won't. I can tell you feel a little uncomfortable. I don't want to press you on it, but just out of curiosity, does this mean, do you ever have fights with Santa Claus and it comes down to a "you're not my real dad"? Has that ever happened?
Well, you can imagine any father and son in a working relationship. We definitely have our differences, and he has, of course, the main chief role to fulfill. But I handle a lot of the business day-to-day logistical things that have to go on here. And yes, certainly we've butted heads. And I could say when I was younger, I came close to saying something like that. I think I might have learned it on one of the television programs that we get up here. But I'm glad I didn't say anything like that because I've been fortunate to have those guys.
All right. This is blowing my mind. I hung out with your dad. He never mentioned this. What do you actually is your job? Like, what are you doing right now here 3 days before Christmas?
Well, I'm in my office, and my office overlooks a 14-acre warehouse, and I've got television monitors, and you can imagine all that's going on right now. Mainly the construction of the toys and gifts is over, and it's just about packaging and loading. And you ever been to a mailroom? Things are divided by carrier route and zip code, so we have a very magnified scale version of that.
I've been to a mailroom before, but it wasn't anything like that. It was sort of like a nightclub. That was a different thing.
We have the most sophisticated shipping facility in the world, probably in the galaxy.
Wow. Now, I've got a question for you, actually. I wasn't going to really have a way to ask Santa about this, but with you being his son, I was watching recently the special about your dad and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer the other night on television, and I was a little uncomfortable, Chandler, to be honest with you. Your dad seemed to be a little bit of a jerk in that special. I don't know if you... I'm sure you've probably seen this. I guess it's sort of a documentary about him and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It comes down every year. Have you ever noticed that? I mean, was that just a mood he was in, or is he just kind of a little bit more of a jerk than people realize, or what's the deal with that?
Well, Reed, I haven't seen this particular program, and so I can't speak to what the situation was, but... Rudolph and Santa go back a long way. They're actually both immortal creatures. So you can imagine the centuries and millennia that these two have been together, and they kind of have this sort of, how you guys as brothers, sometimes when we're looking to the radio program, we're like, I wonder if Will and Reed really even get along, or because it's so Reed, I don't know what the situation of the story was, but it's probably similar, just a very healthy family environment where there can be tempers can flare. And
certainly there have also been, I'm just going to throw it out there, some allegations of anti-Semitism. People feel like maybe Santa Claus does not care about Jewish people. Do you care to address that at all?
Well, yes, of course I do care, and it's a belief system, and we have sophisticated monitoring devices that allow us to know which households harbor the belief in Santa Claus, and we're kind of in, very covert, direct communication with everyone, as you may be aware, and a lot of it has to do with our infantry of magic elves. You may have heard about all the magic elves, and through them and through other surveillance equipment,
yes.
We're able to monitor the children's behavior, good or bad. That song's true.
So we're talking about the Elf on the Shelf. We just did a show about this. This is very exciting.
We're really excited about the elves. It's becoming popular. They've always been around, and they've just sort of in the last couple of decades been coming to the homes, and we feel it adds a new sort of exciting element to the Christmas holidays, and of course it helps out our operation.
That's incredible. Hey, just about another minute, Chandler. Tell me this: as Santa Claus's son, are there any perks? Like when you go out, do you use that as a line?
Well, I do make it out.